There's a lot to offer as far as food in this area. So hang around and bring your appetite. Welcome to the Down the Road Travel Channel. My name is Will Van Winkle. Today we'll be looking at food in Berlin. We're going to be looking at some of the more affordable options. We'll be looking at some of the different culinary choices that you have. So maybe we'll be looking at some, stopping at some sit-down restaurants, some imbisses, which are little like standing cafes. Berlin is a large city with a huge foreign population. The food options are as diverse as the people who live here. I want to point out that if you have picky eaters, never fear, there are plenty of familiar faces and names in the Berliner culinary scene. Personally, I'm not particularly interested in eating something I can get 10 minutes away from my house, but I understand some folks, especially the younger ones, just don't want to eat anything they aren't familiar with. First things first, breakfast. We arrived at Berlin-Brandenburg Airport pretty early, and the food on the plane was horrible. Big surprise. Since we had to take my daughter Dia to Hauptbahnhof to head up to Bremerhaven to see her grandparents, we decided to grab food while we were waiting for her train. With no shortages of bakeries, we grabbed something at one of the chain's camps. While this is nothing special by German standards, it was Dana and her kids' first experience with food in Germany. We had strawberry tarts. German strawberries were in season in June, and they're very proud of those strawberries and asparagus. We had butter croissants, chocolate croissants, and basically a apple turnover or bear claw. The food at camps is passable, and it is a little expensive because most camps are in train stations, airports, and things like that. They're typically a little more expensive than the other bakeries and not quite as high quality of food. Here it is important to note that German bakery, they serve bread, tarts, turnovers, some baguette sandwiches, things like that. So if you're looking for something like a birthday cake or a larger baked sweet goods, you'll want to look for a Konditorei. On suggestion from the kid that lives in Berlin, we went to S-Bahn Köpenick to meet at a doner kebab place. Of course, Alex's phone was at BVG's Lost and Found, so we didn't meet. But Dana, her kids, and I went into the Köpenicker Forum, basically a mall, to get our first meal in Germany, while Dia was on the train to Bremerhaven to get home-cooked food by her Russian step-grandmother. The youngest got pizza, the rest of us have had doner kebab. Now, I'm not wild about chicken doner, which is where the place that Alex wanted to meet was, but we went into the mall and they have a regular doner place. By now you're wondering, if you're wondering, doner is the Turkish version of a gyro. It's sliced much, much thinner, and those thin strips leave nothing but flavor. Doner kebab is basically the Turkish version of a Mexican torta, made with doner meat. So basically it's kind of like a sandwich. You have your choice of 3 sauces: Kräuter sauce, which is an herb sauce, Knoblauch, garlic, or scharf, which is spicy. I tend to get the Kräuter sauce, and I love it. You can dress your doner up with lettuce, cucumbers, onions, purple cabbage, and tomatoes. Now, many times you'll be asked ohne alle, which means without everything. Now, there's an implied comma in there, so they aren't asking you if you'd like it without anything. They're asking you if you do not want anything on it, or if you would like it with everything. For dinner on our first day, we did more or less a German Abendbrot. Older generation Germans in particular will have breads and various cheeses and spreads, both for breakfast and for dinner. Being so tired, we just hit an Aldi's, grabbed some bread, some cheese, drinks, and hit the hotel. I did my best to keep the rookies awake until at least 9 p.m. to avoid jet lag, but they all gave up on me. Dana did better than her kids, and despite them staying up all night during the summer at home, those two seem to have a bit of jet lag. You would think staying up all night at home anyway, they'd already be on a German schedule, but apparently they tried to change it around and stay up all night there. The next day, though, we set out to find a good bakery. Now, Dana found a French bakery called La Patisserie de Sébastien. That is my butchering French. I can kind of get to a German accent, but the French accent, not so much. It is a French bakery. It's not far from Berlin's Alexanderplatz. I had an eclair. Dana had a fruit tart. There was a chocolate croissant and a butter croissant somehow made their way onto the tables as well. It was awesome. Dana has been dreaming of French bakeries since the first time we went to Les Halles at Disney's Epcot, and I told her how much that particular bakery reminded me of European bakeries. She was not disappointed, although I'm not sure Les Halles will have the same appeal after Les Patisseries de Sébastien. Y'all can leave comments and tell me how bad that was if you speak French. Now it's donut time. I guess it's donut time.
Donut time. I guess so. Really, donut time.
I mean, honestly, when is it not? It seems as if donuts are all the craze in Berlin right now. Before, I'd never really seen many donut shops. Sure, some bakeries sold them, so did McDonald's, and those were generally cakey, dry messes. And of course, Dunkin'. But there was nothing like this. These are like gourmet donuts. Located on the right side of the base of the TV tower at Alexanderplatz, these things are huge. Dana and I didn't have donuts. Instead, we went into the souvenir shop next door while the kids ate. And I'll admit, this was kind of a bribery because we were headed to Museum Island, and the teens were not at all interested in museums. Half a dozen donuts tend to start at €25. They have various flavors, including one that is called the David Hasselhoff. I still do not understand Germans' fascination with David Hasselhoff, but here goes again, proving that he is basically a local hero. Now the ladies in the group like the doner so much, we stopped for doner for dinner again. Different place, but these are like kind of German versions of McDonald's. You can find them on almost every street corner, every train station, things like that. In fact, where some McDonald's went out of business, Doner Kebab took over. But during our trip, we hit it's no longer Cafe Dolores, it's now Dolores Burrito. It's kind of a San Francisco Mission Burrito type place. Think Moe's, Chipotle, or Blue Coast. It's located in between Hackischer Markt and Alexanderplatz. Place has been there almost 20 years. It's not the best burrito I've ever had, but it is the most authentic that I have found in Berlin. These things are massive, about the size of my hand. And I forgot exactly how big they were, so we could have saved a little bit of money and shared. Burritos and bowls range from €6.40 to €9.90, plus extras for things like guacamole and stuff like that. Quesadillas start at €7.50, tacos start around €7, and salads start at €6.50. Mio or Mayo, I'm not real sure how it's pronounced, is another Alexanderplatz restaurant located at the base of the TV tower. It's got a menu the size of an unabridged dictionary. I believe there are 25 pages on the PDF. It's a lot of stuff. They serve anything from Italian to German to American to ice cream. I ate here back in 2012 and it was okay. Eating here again, it is clear this is geared towards tourists and the food has gone downhill. It's still passable and the wait staff is friendly enough. Because this is geared towards tourists, though, if you're sitting outside, be prepared to be approached by panhandlers asking you for money. Most of these people are involved in scams. If you take your wallet out, a spotter is somewhere nearby and you'll likely be the target of a pickpocket at some point. Now, with this menu being so big, you know the old adage, master or jack of all trades, master of none. Mio is another one of those places. It's probably the most disappointing place that we ate the entire 9 days that we were there. Now, here's what I need to let you know. The TV tower itself has a restaurant at the top in the ball that spins on its axis. I've never eaten there, but I have been told on numerous occasions the food is horrible. For safety reasons, they have to prepare the food on the ground, and then they take it up in the elevators to serve. So the taste, it's not that great, and the food is usually cold by the time it gets to you. So by the time you have those two combinations, it's really just not worth the price that you're paying, and it is on the more expensive side. So getting back into some more affordable stuff, Burgermeister, as the name suggests, they sell burgers. Hamburgers start at $6.20. Order of fries start at $3.80. Now it's a chain. Back when I lived there, there was a single location located on Potsdamer Platz, right next to the Mandala Hotel where I used to work. It's good burgers. I mean, you know, for the price, you can't beat it. It's better than, say, Five Guys, who now exist in Berlin as well, where you're going to spend easily $15 for a burger and fries. Here, you're spending what, 9, 10 euro. If you want to get a drink, you know, you can spend another €2. You're still spending less, and it's a better quality burger. Now, have I mentioned that ketchup isn't free? If you get a meal from, say, McDonald's or Burger King, you'll get 1 pack of ketchup or mayonnaise. Yes, they put mayonnaise on their fries. Some of you do too. Let me know in the comments if you do it. If you think I'm crazy for not liking it, my daughter loves it. Dana's daughter has been turned on to it by my daughter. I still think it's gross. But you'll get 1 package of ketchup or mayonnaise from the fast food chains when you order a meal. But anywhere else, you're looking for 60 cents for a pack. Any additional packs, even at the fast food places, are going to cost you anywhere from 25 to 60 cents, depending on where you're at. There's also no free refills on drinks. And when you're at a sit-down restaurant and you want to pay, you have to ask for your check. They don't come bring your check by and try to rush you out right away like they do here. Germany pays their wait staff a minimum wage, and any tipping is just extra. Tipping is not quite the same in Europe as it is in the US. Usually they'll round it up to the next whole dollar amount. So if it's $6.50, they'll say make it $7. Or if you have a large party, they might add a little bit on. But it's not like the 20% that you're used to doing here. In some countries, that's even an insult. If you give Germany, it's not that bad, and it's kind of a guessing game to figure out where you're at. If they serve more tourists, more foreigners, they kind of expect more tips. If they serve more local, they expect more, just rounded up. There are a number of Asian restaurants. The first we went to was in Heiligensee, which is a small area in the northern part of Berlin, I believe, up near where the old Tegel airport used to be. We went to go see some friends of mine and my former band, the Hardcore Troubadours, playing at Hofenbar Tegel as part of their 25th anniversary. As with all Asian fare I've had in Berlin, this was great. I believe it was Lucky Chinese. They serve Chinese, Vietnamese, Japanese, things like that. I think Dana got fried rice, Dia got sushi, and I don't remember what I had, but I may have just shared with Dana because she can't eat that much these days. The next Asian restaurant we went to was in Baumschulenweg, Ho Lan. It was definitely Vietnamese, but of course they served Japanese as well. We ordered a huge sushi boat, various soups, fried rice. Dana and I shared an avocado curry dish that was amazing. We were nervous to try it, but now we're trying to figure out how we can make it at home because we can't find anybody that serves anything like that here. Now this is a former bakery. It's about a block from the Baumschulenweg train station and a block from Sonnenblumenschule, which is where both my kids went to Grundschule or elementary school. It was not a Vietnamese place when I lived there. It was still the bakery. The bakery had really just opened when I lived there, and so this place seems to be doing a lot better than the bakery ever did. Now, I do have to say here, in the United States, I do not like Indian food. When I lived in the former Soviet Union, I loved it, and in Berlin, I enjoy it, but it's still not my first choice. Dana always maintained that she doesn't like Indian either. But we got off the train to get some drinks from Kaufland, kind of like Super Walmart, and stopped in at Taj Mahal Indian Restaurant. I had butter chicken. We got the least adventurous one among us, chicken with broccoli. The naan was deep fried, giving it kind of a donut-like texture on the outside. The mango lassis vary by whoever's making them, but they're still very much in demand. You have to wait for those. We had some Italian at Cafe Tito, spelled on your screen because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Now at Cafe Tito, while the cream sauce left something to be desired, the red sauce-based dishes and the pizza were amazing. I had lasagna bolognese, was still bubbling when it came out. Dia had salmon and cream in a cream sauce. We shared the cream de broccoli soup, which came out in a chicken stock and not a cream-based soup at all. Dana had spaghetti bolognese, and of course there was pizza on the table as well. Chicken penne fettuccine, I believe it was, or penne Alfredo. Again, the cream sauces just they just weren't there. The location is decent. It's a block, maybe two from the zoo. Food was either great or okay, depending on what you ordered. And the service, as I said, was very, very friendly. Overall, the food in Germany is great. Of course, you'll find some duds along the way, but in general, it's fresher, has less hormones, less antibiotics. I'll be honest, if I'm in Germany more than a month, weight just starts melting off without even trying because of a combination of the better quality, more walking, less preservatives, less additives, less things like that. Prices are generally lower than comparable US counterparts, and the quality is much, much higher. So you got to think all that stuff that we're pumping into our food is going to alter the taste. And you see that when you go over to Europe, how much different everything tastes and how much better everything tastes. Almost every place you go in Berlin has either vegetarian or vegan options on the menu. Many have at least chicken nuggets for the picky eaters. Some will have spaghetti, some will have nothing, but that's kind of rare. We thoroughly enjoyed just about every meal we had, and we're already looking forward to our next meal in Berlin. In fact, when we came back, Dana began looking for doner kebab in Nashville, and she found a food truck by the name of New Berlin. So at some point, we're going to go check this out to see if we can get a doner kebab and see if it's anywhere near what it is in Germany. If you have a favorite place that I missed, please let me know in the comments. Not only so that we can share the information with viewers, but so that we can test it out next time we go. Got a kid that lives there? I will definitely be back. If you like the original music that we use in the background, please stream it on your favorite streaming service or find it right here on YouTube. Be sure to like and comment on this video. Check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you down the road.
Let's hit the road.